Hello Conrad, my apology for not attending presentation in person. Well, regardless, my presentation topics is about EDI technology. Here's the table of content. The presentation will explore the evolution of electronic data interchange technology, and then it will look into the manual data exchange process to where it is now, where small businesses can now leverage the benefit of EDIs have to offer. In this slide, before we go into deeper of what into the presentation, we're going to talk about what is EDI. Now, what is the EDI? EDI, or Electronic Data Interchange, is an inter-organizational system which can be described as the transmission of a standard business documents electronically between trading partners. EDI, however, enable firms to adjust the way they do business, thus improve the overall business performance and gain competitive advantage. By transmitting these documents is referred to the documents such as sales transaction, purchase order, invoice, and other documents required to communicate between business partners. The information used in EDI is organized accordingly to a specified format set by both companies or participation in the supply chain as a whole. Now that we know what is EDI, I'm going to talk about how it becomes the evolution of EDI, how it becomes to where it is now. EDI has evolved a long way. It is important to understand it's really revolutionary because it can help firms to make better decisions in choosing the best fit EDI. Since 1980s, organizations started to use electronic files exchange in various forms. As you can see, EDI technology has developed fast in the last 2 decades until today. It made it possible to conduct business in ways that we couldn't have imagined before, and internet have put a greater impact into this evolutionary. How does EDI work? In this slide, the diagram shows that there are many components involved in an EDI relationship between two trading partners. The diagram shows the flow of data between senders and receiver. EDIs is a batch process which transactions are grouped together into one or more files and all transmitted at the same time. One trading partner is called sender, the outbound, and another is called receiver, the inbound. Both partners act as senders and receivers throughout their relationship, which can be determined in the process. The diagram also show the process start from the senders to the last step performed before going to receiver. The sender or driver can be customer or government department, whereas receiver can be manufacturer or distributor. Also, the diagram shows that the process of EDI application can integrate with other business applications such as accounting, ERP, warehousing, and CRM, etc. Which leads us to talk about how traditional EDI method works. In traditional EDI method, it shows the steps, and in this diagram, it shows the step and process of information flow in the tradition, where there are so many steps and so much human interventions, versus the up-to-date EDI method that simplifies the traditional process to only require two computers interact with to communicate with each other using the same applications. Well, this automation brings us a lot of great benefit that we're gonna talk about. And the first advantage of using EDI is to improve accuracy of information and reduce error. Organizations around the world spend billions of dollars to develop applications such as control order entry, account receivable, account payable, shipping costs, and so on, shipping notice, and so on. Most of these applications need high reliability, high integrity, and high availability for users. And this automation has reduced human intervention that increase speed of process, reduce labor costs, and human errors. The concept of EDI is to expand these applications using a common set of data structure, so data can be shared without ever changing its medium, while allowing trading partners to eliminate the resource previously required to interpret and re-enter the information. The second advantage is EDI reduce data re-entry. The new order entry process allows companies to receive order electronically in a standard format. An application can be programmed to interpret this data and enter it into the order or in the order entry system. EDI allows order to be entered in a fast, cost-efficient, and error-free without the need of re-enter manually. The third advantage is the speed of process. The value of delivering something in a destination faster than must have a greater benefit than it costs. Internet have a great impact on this one, where business can conduct from anywhere in the world. The fourth advantage is to enhance customer relationship. The implementation normally benefits both parties and strengthens the bond between manufacturer and retailers. The implementation of the EDI allows both parties to gain a net cost saving while providing a better win-win solution. Because if you can save money, you can reduce your price of final product. This line I'm going to look into disadvantage of EDI. The first one is EDI require high level management commitment to be successful. Without the support from high level management, implementation of the EDI cannot be done because it requires high capital and high initial cost, which is the second disadvantage. The company need to pay upfront costs to implement EDI application, which depend on the level of complexity and the level of involvement. Another disadvantage is it is hard to quantify the return on investment using EDI. Well, despite all the benefits that EDI promise, each of which impacts a different functional area of the business that make it difficult to quantify. Therefore, the inability to provide cost-benefit analysis can be vital in calculating the return on investment. The fourth disadvantage is the compulsory business partner compliance. This is probably the most drawback from company of choosing EDI because not all trading partners are committed to it. Without cooperation, supplier and customers, implementing EDIs also cannot be done. Well, in conclusion, EDI technology have come a long way from the past 2 decades that make it possible to conduct business differently. The internet had a greatest impact, making it possible for business to do for company to do business from anywhere in the world. With the number of technology available, I don't think that there's any reason for company large or small that can't use EDI technology, such as the up-to-date the current web-based or cloud EDI. In fact, it has become a requirement if a business is going to survive. Thank you for listening.